Hey guys, welcome back to another Nutman video. In this one, I simplify the orbit route I usually use for my speedruns. And in my next video, we're taking a step up. I'm going to show y'all the best way to solo the replay badge. And without further ado, let's get into it. And the first thing you're going to want to do when you wake up is head under the ship. And you want to look for strange drinks, and you need at least one for this run. There are a lot of spawn locations for the drinks under the ship, so you should be able to find one. It's a little brown patch in the floor. It's blurry, but you should see it. If you can't find one under the ship, grab the GPS on one of the crash ship stores, press the yellow button, and head to Spider's Perch. If you still can't find drinks, not even at Spider's Perch, then you're more likely to reset. But usually grabbing one under the ship or at Cove isn't hard. So if you don't find one, just reset. And if you do get at least one drink, or even more, keep them and head straight to the generators. Once you're there, power up docks, and then from docks, head to the red button. After that, climb up the hill to Observatory, and then from Observatory, you want to head to the bridge. And once you're at bridge, grab the torch and then make your way to Dome. Once you're at Dome, burn the plants that I'll show you, and after that, look for strange roots. You'll use those for stamina. Eat one every time you run out to recharge. They're not highly necessary, but they'll definitely help. And after that, go inside Dome and deactivate Leech's armor. Hello, Nutman Editing here. I would just like to point out that before you sabotage the armors, click on the lost files that reside next to them. And then you want to head down to the green button. And then once you're done with the green button, go back up the hill and search the area for more strange roots. If you can't find them, it's fine. And then you want to take this route to the mine shaft. And then when you arrive, you want to head down this tunnel right here, and then you'll find a hole. And then in that hole, you're going to have to complete a puzzle. To complete this puzzle, you have to match the tiles on the floor to the tiles on the wall. To see which tile on the floor connects to the one on the wall, follow the green lines that connect each, and click on the floor tiles to change their shape in order to match them with the tiles on the wall. When every floor tile matches their wall tile, a green aura should pop up covering the button. Click that button to deactivate the trap and to open the gate. And then after that, you want to take this shortcut through the Minecraft parkour. If your feet touch the acid, you'll lose some HP, but you should be fine. Unless you get like hit by a dart and fall all the way in. Once you're done, press this white button and now head to lair using this route right here. And then when you're at lair, deactivate Hornet's armor, and then you want to grab a diving gear and this line launcher. And then after that, you want to exit lair through this main entrance. Be careful not to drown. If you surface fast enough, like I did right here, you'll be good from here. And then after that, you want to go find the white button. Once you've pressed the white button, grab that climbing tool and head all the way to docks. Once you're at docks, place the line launcher on this mountain hill that I clicked on and fill the diving gear to around 50%. Once that's done, take the zip line and head towards the lake. Once you get to a certain part in the lake, you want to dive down in that hole near the plane wing. From here, you're just going to want to grab the squid scooters, which are going to be very necessary for traveling. Once you're back at the surface, you can squid bounce by holding jump with the squid in hand, which, by the way, only works in water. It's way faster than swimming with a squid scooter. Once you've learned that, you can head to the blue button, and while you're on land, you can jump with squids to give you a quick dash forward. Once you're done with loot button, you can head to where Giver's hut spawns. Once you're there, wait for the hut to spawn if it's not already there. It usually spawns at 8 PM. Now for this, it's a very long explanation, so I recommend you use the wiki while doing Giver. Once you've learned how to do Giver and you answer this question, ask for the cash note. When you get it, slowly walk away from Giver instead of dismissing him. It saves time. Just don't look away in the wrong direction or he'll kill you. Once you're safely out of the hut, you can look away normally. Now once you're done with that, figure out where the cash is by using the note. It can be on one of these 7 spots. And then once you're done with that, head to the cave near cargo. Once you're there, make your way through the cave. Stop right here, and then you want to look up, and then you want to take this shortcut by squidding up. And then here, I just spawned the dragon by re-entering through the main entrance. When you re-enter like I did, come back and wait for the dialogue to pop up on your screen. And when the dialogue pops up, pick up your route. If the cache is at Radio, Bungalows, East Enchanted Woods, or at Villa Front, head this direction. If it's at Lighthouse or Docks, go back the way you came from. Use your GPS and your scooters to get to the cache as fast as possible. Once you found the cache, input the code correctly into it. If it explodes, you most likely answered Givert's question wrong. Once you achieve the peanuts, finish the rest of the dragon's dialogue with your peanuts in your inventory, and then make your way to the underwater volcano. If you got a lighthouse or docks cache location, and you've acquired your peanuts, change your route and make your way to the Arches pylon. It's located next to docks below a hill. Here's how you complete it. First things first, you want to go down this pipe. It will automatically flow you through the pipe system. Once you get to this part, you want to utilize your squid to swim through the correct pipe. If you go through the red pipes, you will be shredded by a spinning fan. Once you're done with that, go this way and choose the correct pipe. And then you want to make your way through here. If you don't see any water passing through this hallway, you can safely go right through. If there is, wait until it goes away and you can safely rush through. You'll arrive at the main puzzle. Here you will try and move your camera to line up the pieces so that they represent the shape of the Leviathan. Once you're done, enter through this pipe that will lead you to the cave systems. And with that, make your way to the lake, and from the lake, you go to the underwater volcano for Artifact B. After you give the dragon the peanuts, you will receive a bell. Wait a few seconds before pressing the bell, and then press it. And then when you arrive above the underwater volcano, use the remaining oxygen in your diving gear to grab Artifact B. When you get to this part, you can drop a squid. You only need one after this. And then you want to swim back up with the scooters. Now head to this hill for the steel sword, and then from there you want to go to Rock A. And then when you get over here, take the shortcut up. Go through this cave right here and locate the drone. And then once you've found the drone, head through this hole right here in the mountain. From here you want to squid up to the vines, and then you want to slash the vines with your sword. Slash them as many times as you need until they're broken. Grab Art C, and then you want to head all the way back to Cove. Remember, if you got a lighthouse or a docks cache, and you've already done arches, you can skip all the way from here to Cove. Once you've arrived there, grab the ballistic vest for protection. By now, you should have heard the loud crash, and that means all the pylons are on and Mantis has arrived. So, go to Circle. Once you've arrived there, reach the pod, and then you want to talk to Blue Mantis. Here I skip the dialogue by pressing E and walking away, but if you're a new player, I'm pretty sure you can't skip. After that, the parasites will spawn at stone ruins, and they will start moving towards the circle. Before we move on, I have to give a quick explanation on the parasites and what to expect after you go through this purple portal. The parasites are alien entities that spawn on the island after you talk to Mantis. They spawn all the way at stone ruins, and they will come towards the circle. Now I'm going to give you guys a simple explanation on who each parasite is and how they work. Leech. He's a fast-moving enemy NPC that wields the tendrils, an overpowered melee weapon that allows him to parry bullets and slashes. He's got 500 base HP and 600 shield HP, but because previously we sabotaged his armor, he's only got 500 HP. Hornet. Also a fast-moving enemy NPC that wields a long-ranged weapon capable of dealing 80 damage per hit, with a wide hitbox range and splash upon contact with the player. It has 300 base HP and 600 shield, but we also sabotaged this parasite previously, so they only have 300 HP. Frog, a slow-moving enemy NPC that will spawn frog spawns, or zombies, as an act of defense. He has 400 base HP and 600 shield, and we did not sabotage this one, so his total HP is 1000 HP. He's the tankiest one in terms of HP. After you take the purple portal, note that you may have to deal with Sniper as well, depending on where he and his squad are, as you will have to cross the mountains to fight the parasites, so this part is very difficult and inconsistent. If you know where the mercenaries are, and you know that they're not near lake, observatory, or in the mountains ahead that you need to cross, then you can utilize the line launchers present in the pylon tower. Shoot them towards the mountain and make your way to stone ruins until you encounter the parasites. In this run, the mercenaries were keeping track of me, due to their proximity to the mountains, near observatory, and if this happens to you, you can spawn in Mantis with a remote to question her about the parasite's current location, if you can't utilize Art-C and your rendering distance. And during this run, the parasites decided to roam around stone ruins, so I was able to move under the mountains to avoid getting sniped, and eventually reaching a point where sniping me was no longer possible. The parasites can either roam around stone ruins for a while, or head straight to the circle, so this is completely randomized every single run. There you go. After you encounter the parasites, keep in mind they might not be in this exact spot in your own run. Spawn in Mantis to keep some busy, and find and eliminate Hornet. Once you've done that, if you prefer, use your steel sword and the help of Blue Mantis to take care of the rest if they're still alive. In this run, I decided to eliminate Frog by using as much stinger ammo as I needed until he was dead. I was left with 5 stinger shots, which was then used on the mercenaries. Leech was eventually killed by Mantis. Once you've eliminated Frog and Leech with the help of Mantis in your arsenal, make sure you have at least 5 stinger shots left when they're all killed. Now find and track the mercenaries using Artifact C or by asking Mantis. Make sure to find a safe spot as well so you can blast away with Stinger. If all stinger shots are used, and some of them are still alive, utilize the dropped loot from the dead mercenaries and the help of Mantis to kill the rest. What I recommend is that you assist Mantis, because some of the mercenaries, like Commander and Gunner, can easily shred her armor and HP. Once everything is done, you can call Mantis with a remote to assure her everything is done so she doesn't make you deal with the elites on the next day. And then, you want to head back to lair using this route. Once you arrive, talk to Mantis and open up her ship. Deactivate your artifacts before taking a seat. And now, once you're in the ship, just get ready for takeoff. If you've enjoyed this guide, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!